Hey, what's going on everybody? Blades for here to offer you guys another video of Persona 5X. Now inside today's video guys, we're going to be going over a few things pertaining at least the upcoming things, such as the best time to start. Now this is a freaking interesting ordeal for most of us who's already started. You don't really have to watch this unless you really want to see what I'm really yapping about with this one, but this is at least considered to the people who are actually considering to start CN, TW, or KR, because there's no better time than like now. So if you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helps me out quite a lot. And we're still pushing to at least the 4K mark before the end of the year, or at least before my birthday next time. So we're gonna be trying our hardest to do that. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. So as many of us do know, we actually do have a lot of things that are going to be coming to P5X fairly soon here, at least with the 3.0.1 update. This is going to be a huge update where we're going to be either just straight up going into a new palace, meeting some brand new folks, new confidants, new game modes, everything. It's going to be a lot of things here where even the gem amount is going to be absolutely insanity. So with things that are actually coming, I thought it was the best time to really record this video for the most part, because a lot of folks are considering doing TW and KR, but they're not sure if it is primarily a good time to do so. So I'm gonna just straight up say it. It is a good time, and there's a ton of reasons why. So let's go ahead and check out the actual P5X Twitter here. So if we go ahead and check that out, in which I'm hoping decides to pull up for me, because it's been being a little bit of a jerk earlier. So I might actually have to make a new little window for a second here. Give me one sec. Boom, there you go. So that's only popped up there. But if we go ahead and take a look at the P5X news here, there's a ton of things. Now I'll be going over this in a separate video, as well as the major buff changes here, and they're going to be in their separate videos because they do go into depth with each character. So yeah, we're gonna have to sit down and do that very much so. But what we're really going to be looking at here is all the things that's offered. So with the 3.0.1 story trailer here, we have a lot of things that are already in there, and which we've covered multiple times. But when it comes down to at least all the update stuff here, this has to be the most intriguing thing here. There's too much stuff in here that you just don't want to miss. One, of course, is the storylines. Storylines have always brought us a ton of gems because they always branch out into sub stories and things of that nature. Also, with all the chests available in each of the palaces, this can rack you up a ton of gems. So already just going through 1, 2, and 3, in which I'm pretty sure for this main storyline, we probably won't be able to defeat the boss of this storyline just yet. They're probably going to try to subdivide it probably one more time here, just to give us a little bit more chances to get more stuff, have a bigger map to unlock in the next one, and then eventually we beat the boss, giving us even more stuff. So this is already going to offer you a ton of gems here, but also along with that, offering you more gems here, we also have some amazing things to actually start with. For any person who is new, this character is immediately going to be amazing here, because first of all, she's carrying 2 attributes. We don't know exactly what she does, but as a single target damager, which our first single target was Buoy, if I'm correct, as a single target damager, we know she's going to deal some hefty damage here. And it's already going to be good because with the 2 attributes that she does have, that is both ice and wind. Now ice itself does not have a single target DPS. They do have an AoE DPS, which is really good, aka being Yusuke, but a single target is always wanted at the end of the day. They can be a little bit squishy, but you're able to actually take on a ton of things and make pretty much the breeze in P5X everything a breeze. It's gonna be perfect if you actually do have a single targeter, and most likely if she's anything like the other ones that we've recently been getting, who have been pretty darn busted. Mesa. If there've been any like those characters, Makoto, yeah, those characters there, she's going to be pretty busted. Now we of course do have to take it with a grain of salt until we know more about her, but I'm pretty sure if you were to summon on this, let's say as a new player, get her once, get her weapon once, not only will you have way more than enough just materials to have grinded for a different banner, and I mean different banners, because there's going to be just so much currency given out, but you will have a really strong companion right here that has 2 options of what you can use her for, whether it's for winded attribute type enemies that are weak to wind, or either if they're weak to ice. So that's already a good actual decision to say that this is the best time to start there. But another good thing that makes this a best time is actually going with this here. My voice is leaving me, but going with this right here. We have the Destiny Bond contract. Now this normally wouldn't be anything too big because normally it is standard characters, but if you guys can see who's all on this, these are all limited characters. Now I wouldn't advise people technically to summon on this too much here, at least people who are what's it called, players who are still playing, right? Consistent players, I wouldn't really advise it unless you truly are missing like Cord, right? Because Cord is a very necessary support unit, as well as freaking Makoto is a huge DPS unit there. So I mean, like those two, maybe I could see some people who are like consistently playing definitely pulling on. But this is a big deal for anyone who's new, and the main reason for this is because not only are you able to get the characters that you gotta like, which is like one of the Phantom Thieves, of course, the main Phantom Thief, Joker himself. A lot of people were really sad, although he was one of our first ones. He is not even the worst 5-star. He's actually really good. He gets a lot of things done, and he recently got a buff that makes him even more busted as well here. And now you can get him. You can get Yusuke, you can get Makoto, you can get Cord, you can get all these characters that are actually pretty darn busted and also just all rerunning at the same time. And let's say you do get a 5-star, right? How this banner does work is you have the one character that you're having as rate up, which is one of the orbs, and then you choose 2 other characters. Those 2 other characters you will be able to swap out at the rate up each time, but those are the only 3 5-stars that you can have when it does come down to at least rate ups and swapping through. Once you do get that character, you can swap to the other 2 characters, but you cannot like swap them out for another character, right? You can't do that. So if I chose Cord, Joker, and Makoto, which is a pretty decent lineup, or Cord, Makoto, and who knows, Bowie, yeah, decent lineups right there. You would most likely only be able to swap between those 3. You cannot swap between anyone else. But the good part is, if you do lose your 50-50, those characters do have a chance of being pulled from my knowledge as well. So that's always nice. But the one who's also the main priority, whoever you put as your rate up, is going to be the one that's going to probably have the highest chance of getting pulled. So do keep that in mind. This banner is going to be huge. Anyone who's new, it's going to be huge. There's too many things in this banner that makes it good. Cord herself automatically makes this actual banner worth, even for people who are returning players and things like that. If you don't have Cord, this banner might be worth for you, unless you're just going for like other characters like Mont, or either if you're going for like later on Kazumi or Sumire later on. So I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, this is actually kind of worth it, automatically being worth. But then we of course have the code referral. Anyone who's new, you have friends already playing, or either you're just bringing a group of friends, go ahead and at least refer them, because then you get a lot of little gems here. You also get yourself some pulls, which is always going to be worth it. That's already good. We also are getting new little events, which I highly doubt you're going to be doing this, but this gives you more things to do when you do get to that point. So it adds on more things to, of course, do. New starting point for Tycoon. So if you ever want to play the Tycoon card game, that gives you a lot more to do, with lots more what's it called, lots more events and activities to do outside of just fighting, and the list just goes on. Geez, my voice is gone today. But and the list just goes on for the most part. It's not really a bad time. This is actually probably the best freaking time that you can do anything when it comes down. Oh, whoopsies, accidentally clicked that. But that you can do anything when it comes down to stinking, at least just joining P5X itself. That is going to be pretty much it when it does come down to that. But there's more things that actually makes it pretty darn worth it, and that's going to come down to some of the things that are already in the game. So if we go ahead and take a look in that, and actually, whoops, let me get this here. Let me get this on here. We also have some things that are already been shown, or at least already been told in at least the game, and that's going to be Thieves Den and things like that. With this being known, we're going to have certain things that are going to be way more worth it, like times that different items are going to be able to get at least be gotten ×2. We're going to have certain times where Thieves Den is going to be actually worth it because it gives you another outlet of just different confidants, gives you another outlet of actually gaining certain items and things of that nature. So it's going to be a lot of stuff that could be very well offered. So you guys gotta keep that in mind, especially if you really want to start right now, because it's going to be a lot of things that we can just have. Surely even right now, as usual, we are getting our like one multi, or at least our one multi out of this, which even if you started now, right, it's 9 days, you can claim all of this easy. And then afterwards, once the update does come, which is going to be happening next week for us, once that does come, that you're going to be getting yourself a ton more gems as well. So if you're interested in playing TW or KR, I would highly suggest playing KR if you want translated. TW's translator does not work anymore, but if you do want to play like TWKR, be sure to start now. This is the best time for anyone. You're able to just summon different characters that are coming out. Mont's going to be insane. Kazumi's going to eventually be coming out, and then eventually Crow. So this is just going to be very much so worth it. But as always, you guys tell me what you think down below in the comment section. If you do enjoy my content, as always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Makes me happy quite a lot. It does show that you guys really enjoy my content a lot, and I'm gonna keep on pushing. But till next time, everybody, peace out.